Welcome to Deep Dive Daily.
Good morning, especially good morning to Yelena Ostapenko, who is a title winner in where Stuttgart, is that where they were playing this morning? Stuttgart. Penko takes down Sabalenka. Wild one. Did not know that she was going to be able to carry her form from her defeat of Iga Swiatek into a title, but good on her, Yelena. Alana.
Elena. It feels like if she wanted to, she could just win a calendar slam. Like when she's redlining, she just redlines.
Sure.
And then the next week she'll just show up and make weird faces and lose to, somebody.
How was your weekend?
Good. Easter was good. The kids found all the eggs. I got to pull the I can see 3 eggs from here where I'm standing right now.
Classic dad move.
Yeah, I can see the eggs right now. You guys don't give me this quit shit. The worst was we went to my brother's house. I told you this. He built a new house.
Mm-hmm.
So he built his house on a feedlot where their cattle were. So they moved the fence in, hollowed out a corner of this area, put a house. House looks great. Great job by him. But the thing about a feedlot is there are very few trees.
Ah, yes.
So essentially, he just has a corner lot in the country with a house on it. That's it. Didn't get grass in last year, so it's just like scrub grass and crap, and it's just an ugly yard with nothing in it. Now imagine an Easter egg hunt.
Nowhere to really hide
another one by the fence.
It's in the gutter. Drain pipe.
To hide eggs, but the meal was good. The wine was good. Good rec by you. I got some.
Cool. Good.
Chateau Neuf de Pape.
Nice. Yeah.
And a white Burgundy.
Yeah. Did we inadvertently kill the Pope? People are asking.
Pope wine.
Yikes. I gotta ask you, as a dad hiding Easter eggs and you have 2 kids, do you kind of split the colors up and you have warm colors, you have the cool colors, and you hide them harder for your child than easier for the younger child?
So that's what my brother did, because my daughter's 13 and his youngest is like 3.
Okay.
There's a big skill difference there. He did that, but with my 2 kids are 10 and 13. Wife just hides a bunch of eggs. Some have money in them. Who's the younger one a head start? So you're talking like the Eliminator and Gladiators, where the one guy had to stand there and wait for the other guy to run up. So he got a head start. He did
Versa climber. Yeah.
He did get the good money egg. There was one with a tenner in there, so good for him. A lot of candy. The best part, I love cooking. I love prepping meals. I love doing that. Didn't do shit this weekend. Sometimes it's nice to just not, because if you're not hosting and it's just like the 4 of you, man, I'm not gonna go get a ham and stuff for everything. I mean, I made a BLT chicken wrap yesterday. That was my Easter dinner.
That's fun. Well, good job.
I'm assuming you didn't fly to Wilmington.
No. We just hosted Easter here in our yard, and it was fun. Did some serious big boy drinking, so I'm a little fuzzy this morning. I got kicked in the teeth a little bit betting the NBA playoffs round 1.
I just said everything you said.
I did some other stupid stuff. I don't know. I was running so hot in the play-ins, and I was just fire, and I still don't know how the over didn't get home in that Timberwolves Lakers game. They just stopped scoring in the 4th quarter, and I was really pissed. Going back to the well,
fell by like 3 points.
I know, it was so close. It was. I don't know, man.
I've been blessed. I feel like I should give out a bunch of picks today because I've been blessed. I had the Clippers +3, which probably could have, would have, should have got there in regulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I looked at it. I'm like, I swear to God, if it would have been 2.5, I'd have probably played the money line.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm like, that's a fair price 3. I'll just.
You see that the game tonight is Clippers -1.5. Like, what a freaking breakneck!
Big adjustment.
Big old zigzag theory play.
Serious price too.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was all adjustments or it's just somebody took some really big swings really early on too.
I don't know, man. I think the Clippers are clearly better. I don't know. The refs felt like they were putting their finger on the scale a little bit the way they were letting them play at the end of that one. But Russell Westbrook, you dare him to make a three and he does. Like, I don't know.
Well, and I wonder too, and the market didn't indicate this, although there were some 3.5s. I wonder if they just took some, like, maybe they were unbalanced and all the action was on Clippers 3, and they got beat in the shorts pretty hard. They said, we can't keep opening lines like this. We're just going to take a big swings at +2, +2.5 anyway. We might as well just open a pick or whatever they did.
Yeah,
it is a big adjustment.
Yeah,
real
quick,
what's the Sunday game we bet?
If you're new to NBA betting, or if you're new to playoff NBA betting, if you are consuming content where people are talking about the zigzag nature of playoff series, the zigzag is real, and it's like a non-trivial phenomenon where, let's take the Minnesota Timberwolves Lakers as an example, Andy.
Yes.
The Timberwolves plan A, it worked great. You know, and when something like that works great, you know what you do in game 2? You run it back. When the Lakers plan A, it didn't work. So you know what you do in game 2? You mix stuff up. You try some different things. You try different rotations. You try to get some guys some open shots, some good looks. And just the nature of one team sort of staying with their plan A and the other team forcing their hand into a plan B does create some zigzag in general. So that's why you're seeing stuff like the Lakers out to 5.5, which I think is crazy. I think we should just fast forward to the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, like Celtics, Cavs, and Thunder, Wolves. Like, let's just go. Let's get there. Like, this is gonna be a long time. I do want to give you
credit, though. I mean, you had a really good take on the Timberwolves, like the matchups and how we'd see that play out. It's just like, let Luka get his, I think you said 30, 50, whatever, like points, and take care of Reeves, and don't let LeBron do anything, and boom, win by 20.
They also made 21 threes. I don't know what the adjustment. Yeah. Well, make 21 of your 42 threes as well. That's also a good strategy.
And like one was contested. Well, I guess the adjustment for the Lakers certainly is not offense. It would definitely be, what are we going to do about that? Do they have the perimeter defense to just fix that?
Not really. They kind of stink. They kind of stink defensively.
People are just going all in on the Lakers right now. And I get it, but
who's their best defender?
Here's the thing. Like, the Lakers can really, really make some big adjustments. Perhaps they can have a way better offensive day. They can maybe, get some luck at the 3-point line defensively. Doesn't mean they win by 6. Like, there's a lot of situations where the Lakers win by 1 through 5 points.
Like a lot, yes.
Yeah.
We're probably going to see more Jared Vanderbilt in game 2. I don't think we're going to see any of Jackson Hayes. He certainly fell out of favor. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm back to the well for me on the over in that game. Back to the well for me with the Clippers against the Nuggets. I think the Clippers are a better team, although they might just not win. I don't know.
Here's the thing too. Like, if we do get some thumb on the scale, it feels like LeBron is 23 of 26 from the line tonight.
Tomorrow. Yeah, very possible. I had no bets for me in the Pistons game. Pistons Knicks. I think the Knicks win, but not highly interested in that market. Yeah,
I did bet Cleveland after I texted you. That was
well, Cleveland and OKC were
really good.
Those
OKC looked like they were
those
down an animal. Jesus,
that 50-point win.
Yeah,
that was awesome. The Magic did not cover for me. That was annoying because they were winning at halftime. Not sure if you saw that.
They were.
Then they stopped scoring.
That was my lone. That was my lone loss. On the NBA this weekend was tailing your 12 there. I
had 12, closed 12.
I know. It got beat down. There was 11 and a half.
There was some stupid scoring late by the Celtics that made me be like, wait, are they Are they playing for the cover? What is happening here? They were running offense lead in that contest. Anyway,
were you in on the Houston game? I tailed Dogma there for a little bit because everything else was coming up roses. So I played Warriors. I missed the tip.
No, I didn't have anything in that one. You had Warriors in that one?
Yeah.
That was a weird game too, because like it was unfortunate because I was hoping we were going to get a little higher scoring early on in this series so that it would set up some good opportunities for unders later. But I think that ship has sailed. Wow. This was a 180 point game. Unreal. And I don't think there's not much, in my opinion, at least, that changes sort of the outcome of those games. This is a dead nut under series now. In tennis, we moved to Madrid, one of my favorite tournaments of this time of the year. Barcelona is in the books. Holger Vitus Nodskov Rune. He defeated Carlos Alcaraz. Jeez, that was a crazy one yesterday. I watched a lot of that first set. The margins were extremely narrow between those two players. There were some outstanding rallies. Rune had a couple of clutch makes, and there was a couple of bad misses by Alcaraz in the first set tiebreak, and then felt like Alcaraz just kind of was like, not really going to grind out 2 sets here, I'm going to call it, which was kind of weird. But Rune, big title for him over Alcaraz. How did Harbor Town treat you?
Meh. I had people in the mix, but I just didn't have any JT. I had Toasty in Corrales. I got another second place finish. Good for him. that was a wild finish too. Is like Joel Damon was leading essentially wire to wire. He went out and shot course record on Thursday, wire to wire, goes bogey to end the tournament, which is a tough one. And it might have been a tougher look for Colin Morikawa more than anybody, because he went out and just like spilled his guts after losing the tournament on his own putter, screwing it up himself. He went out and did a full interview and talked about how hard that was after all the Morikawa stuff, where he's like, I'm not beholden to you reporters. I don't have to do shit. Just makes him look that much worse. Congrats to JT. That was quite the drought, 3-year drought.
Yeah.
He just, he said he worked with Xander. He worked with Xander on his putting, fixed a few things. His putting has gone from like 150th in the world to top 25 over the last, core. And sometimes it's all it takes because, it's in the margins there. And if you're not putting good, shit ain't going to happen.
Well, the sky's blue, water's wet. Alexander Zverev won Munich. I didn't watch that because I don't like Zverev especially, and I didn't want to watch him put on the lederhosen and eat the bratwurst, which is what they do for the winner of the Munich tournament.
That sounds good.
You want to? I'm thinking bratwurst now. Yeah. No news really in the draft to cover, which is crazy because the draft is this week, right?
Yeah, I mean the Schefter article was.
I felt like nothing.
There's some stuff. There was a few things, and I still have some thoughts about kind of Jets, Carolina. Obviously, Saints are a bit of a mystery box too, but I've been thinking a lot about 7, 8, 9. I think I'm gonna write some thoughts down on that or make some bets. But yeah, between McShay and Schefter, they had some stuff to say, but it didn't
like
feel
nobody
like,
really
it didn't
has.
feel like it was.
Yeah,
it didn't feel solid. Feels like, the Jaguars might be shopping this pick.
Oh, surprise!
Yeah, everybody's shopping their picks.
Yeah, I mean, do we really live in a world where teams are so anxious to get a hold of a guy in Janty that they're going to trade up? I don't think
apparently there's a team or two thinking about it.
I kind of want to call bullshit on that.
The name that was floated was Denver, and Denver's 20th.
What?
Like, it's just a really
not Chicago, not Dallas, not.
Well, no, Chicago's
Denver?
in the mix, but Denver's name was floated. And it's like, how do they even pull that off? It's a big one. My latest one, I really think Minnesota doesn't draft Thursday.
You think they trade down?
They only have like 4 picks, and
who's coming up for what?
I mean, there's just a few different spots to come up for. If teams do want to come up for quarterback, that's a reasonable range. If teams do want to come up for best available offensive tackle, interior offensive lineman, if teams do want to move into a spot for a guy they really want, it seems like a reasonable area.
I don't know, man. Trading up for an interior offensive lineman, does that sound right? I don't think so.
I think it would be inside the round.
Okay.
Like it would just
just get ahead of the.
Yeah, I'm not saying somebody going from like 40 to 24. I'm thinking teams that are late in that round that could use help inside just move up like 6 spots or something.
A little bit of action on under 2.5 quarterbacks at long last. That's plus 169 now at Bookmaker. That's a pretty decent little shifteroonie. That was plus 271 last week. So that is a 10% swing in implied probability. I still am like, your point is fair. Like somebody may trade up for the Vikings to get a quarterback in round 1, but like it also feels like the teams at the top of round 2 who are going to take quarterbacks, they've done a very nice job, I feel like, of making it very clear that they don't care which of the tier 2 guys can get, right? So the idea that there's an arms race is kind of, I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I'm not hearing it, right? Like they'll just take the guy that's there. Drew, yeah.
But there's a 0.0% chance there isn't like a guy they like better.
Sure. Yeah.
We just have no idea what that gap is. What the we like this guy better, but we have him just barely above Milroe. Or like we like Dart, but it's fine.
Dart, Sanders, Milroe. We'll take whoever's available as opposed to giving up assets to get them, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna dig in. I mean, this is such a shitty week for golf with the Zurich. I like it. I'm gonna bet it, but the content around making like data around it's so tough because you're dealing with team golf. It's like handicapping your club championship, man. Good luck. So I'm going to spend obviously a lot more time in the draft. I've spent all morning looking basically at the Jets and Jets and Saints, but we'll have some stuff this week. I'm going to make some bets. And I think there's 2 ways to bet the draft. It's either you have the information, so you run to the window with it, or there's no information. So you fade the consensus at that point by looking at, the same way you maybe handicap something else with a bunch of uncertainty. What are your percentages? Like the Saints do that, the Saints do this, that things happen in front of the Saints that force them to do this or that. And then look at what the favorite is and decide, is that an accurate number? Can we make some money taking some shots on this team to draft this team to draft that? We'll get into Popes. We'll get into Popes later this week.
I was just looking. Remember back a million years ago when Bookmaker had those numbers up?
I remember like my bookie, you could bet them all the time. Like it was just always up. Even if the Pope was like in full health and just starting a term, it would just be like, who's the next Pope? And it would list like 60 guys.
Yeah, dude, that market was up like a month ago. I screenshot it and I put it in the Discord somewhere. Oh, I got it. The favorite is Pietro Parolin. He was plus 250. Luis Antonio Tagle is your second choice at 4-1. Surprisingly, the third choice, Matteo Zuppi, 11-1.
Zuppi, dark horse.
Vim Ike, plus 1150.
I like some of these. You can bet on what name they'll take because then they get to choose their Pope name.
Now that's fun.
Which is interesting. We're due for an innocent or an urban.
You think?
Oh yeah, it's throwback season.
Okay. All right. You have to make that market then. All right. Well, I got nothing else. I need to get my head right. It was a very fun weekend. I'm gonna have a tough day of getting work done. I'll tell you that much.
I did bet the Castellanos home run because.
Did you?
Well, here's the thing.
What's the number?
So I told you I did good in the NBA. I went like 3-1 on Sunday. Fucking Magic. Should have gone 4-0. So I was having a good day despite golf not paying out. And you get that itch where it's like, I need to bet one more thing. There just wasn't any soccer that I really had taken seriously. I bet one soccer match, got to push on it. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll look at hockey. Wild are down 3-1 with 15 minutes left.
Oh gosh.
Like, that's like the perfect situation. I'm like, I guarantee this is perfectly priced and they know what's going to happen. I'm like, but I'm like, either we get a Vegas goal and then they pull the goalie, or you get the Wild goal and then they pull the goalie. If you go look, I fell asleep. This game was on way too late. I made that bet and fell asleep. Woke up, looked at the score. Hey, good for me. I won. There was an empty netter that almost certainly was not a goal.
Oh,
it's like 0-0-0-0, and it's kind of on the line. I mean, so they scored a goal with like a tenth of a second left, according to the box scores, to put that over the total. That's one where you're happy you didn't stay up and like have to stress that for the whole third period. I just wake up to a winning score. So if you're blessed with something like that, you kind of have to bet the Castellanos thing. And I got 7-1.
You know what this next Pope's number is going to be?
He is your 187th Pope.
267th Pope.
I had no idea. 267.
Amazing.
Well, that number is debatable because there was times where we had multiples.
That's a good point, actually.
Rivaling popes.
Do you know what the most common name for a pope is?
Ooh, Gregory.
It is John.
John. Oh, yeah.
Second
Pope
is Benedict.
1.
Third is Gregory.
Benedict is number 2. Jesus.
Yeah. And
so
you're right. It's been a while since we had an Innocent. It's been a while since we had an Urban. It's been a while since we had a Pius.
Oh, Pius is another good one. I was putting the idea around of doing some power ranking of historical popes. So I just Googled, like, weirdest popes or something like that. You don't even want, I had to just like, I'm done with this, because like the number one on this list of this fucking listicle was, this guy dug up his predecessor to put him on trial. He exhumed the body of his predecessor, put him on trial, asked him a bunch of,
it's not that weird,
up like a pope, asked him a bunch of questions he didn't answer, and essentially charged him with perjury because of it.
Contempt. Yeah, I'm holding you in contempt. Yeah.
Yeah, and the punishment, they threw him in the Tiber. He's already dead. So I don't know. Like he's number one. He's number one in weirdo pope rank.
Okay. Well, we'll keep you posted as we get our insider stuff from the conclave.
Pope watch.
We'll keep you posted though. All right, man. Hopefully we get some news and nuggets to make the draft more interesting, because right now it feels pretty chalky and pretty uninteresting. But watch this space.
I disagree.
I don't know.
I think the lack of information is forcing the chalkiness, and from from 6 through 15, shit's gonna get just stupid. I think there's gonna be some very bad mock drafts.
Okay, well, that'll be fun. But I'm
kind of pumped for that.
You know what though? Like, it takes like it's like an hour to get to pick 6 from the start of the draft.
Oh,
it takes
God,
so long.
It takes 20 minutes to get to pick one.
I know.
It's horrible, because my wife's like, "Oh, you have a softball game to go to on Thursday." I'm like, then I realized, like, it's not going until 7:30. Like, I'll be just fine.
Yeah. That's fun. All right, man. Well, let's wrap. I will do my homework, come with some NBA takes tomorrow. We are going to do a Tuesday pod, full length pod, talk on the draft this week. Does that work for you?
Yes.
Awesome. Till tomorrow.
Tomorrow is
best of luck with